All right, look, now this has happened twice this week, okay? You see this right here for those of you that are popping in on the video like this right here. I don't know what's going on. I must be sleeping like in a weird, I'm like, look at these little things right here. I have got to get in the habit of looking at myself in the mirror before I show up here on live. This is absurd. Hey, super excited to be here with you today. We are going to play some brain games today, which is going to be super, super fun. We're also going to witness some real life sleepwalking, and it's a bit crazy, no doubt. My guy Art is going to come in here and drop some wisdom and some knowledge on us. We're also going to peel back some layers on that onion, as they say. And we're going to look at some of the programming that's been done. Programming that you've done over the years here in this incredible thing called life. But we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun show today. Maybe a couple twists, maybe a couple turns, maybe some surprises. Who knows? Jack Black might even show up in the thing today. I'm not positive exactly how it's going to go. Here's what I do know, though. I'm grateful that you're here, and it's time for us to rise and grind. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Hey, those of you that are listening on audio, come join us today on Facebook or YouTube for the video production of today's show. You're going to really enjoy it. Hey, today is Thursday, April 13th, 2023, which I had to think about that this morning. I was like, is it March? What's up, Ken Cook? Is it March or is it April? And I was like, oh, it's April, like April 13th, like holy smokes, dude. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, April 13th, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible, incredible, incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where it is set to be 80 degrees today. That's right, booyah, let's go, 80 degrees. That's what I'm talking about. That's my kind of weather. And what I love about the spring is we're starting off the day at like 48, nice and cool in the morning, get a little run in later, won't be too hot, then the day will progress, and then it'll be 80. That's right, you heard it, 80. Now, for all the ladies out there, just so you know, because it's going to be 80 today, that doesn't mean you turn off the thermostat. That's not how it works. You keep the thermostat set at 70 because when it drops down to 40 at night, you don't want to freeze because you forgot to turn the thing back on. I'm just saying, we had a whole debate about this. We had this whole discussion in Breakfast with Champions one time. I don't know what the heck y'all are thinking turning that thing off. Just leave it be. Leave it where it's supposed to be and you'll be just fine. I promise. All right. So today, 80 degrees in Lexington, which is amazing. I don't know what it's going to be like over in Texas. I don't know what the temperature is supposed to be there, but I do know I'll be there much later tonight. But I'm super excited because the Breakfast with Champions Business Conference kicks off today in Dallas, Texas. How amazing is that? I want to give a shout out to Trevor Houston as well as Ramon Ray. They put together this incredible event. Starts today, goes through tomorrow in Dallas, Texas. Got an amazing lineup. I'm excited. There's so many speakers that I've never met before, as well as some that I have. And so I'm super excited to feel like I'm at home, but at the same time get to meet some new incredible people that are either connected to Trevor or connected to Ramon or they're connected to somebody else. I don't know, but I do know I'm stinking excited. So that is today as well. So check it out, man, real quick. See if you can keep up. Tonight, Dallas, Texas. Be there, right? Boom. Tomorrow, speak in Dallas. Tomorrow night, dinner with some folks from Breakfast with Champions. Saturday morning, podcast interview in Dallas. Saturday morning, appointment with a buddy of mine, business strategy session. That'll happen Saturday morning. Then hop in the car, do a little drive, meet with Lisa Copeland outside of Austin, Texas. Have lunch with Lisa. Then I'm going to Gary Lynn Shelton Automotive Group, right? They've got 6 stores. So I'll spend time in all 6 stores on Saturday. Then I'll do dinner with my guy Ernesto Saturday night in Austin, as well as meet up with Alex Flores, my guy Alex Flores. So then we're going to have dinner. Then Sunday morning, we have a bike ride of some sort scheduled that Alex was telling me about. I don't know what that really looks like, but we have a bike ride scheduled Sunday morning, followed by church with Alex Flores, which I'm super excited about. And then we're going to have lunch. Then he's going to dip off to the TADA event that's happening Sunday night. I'm going to drive the rest of the way down to San Antonio, where I'm going to run 5 miles in San Antonio for part of my marathon training. I'll do that the evening of Sunday because I can't do it in the morning of Sunday because I'll be riding bikes with Alex on Sunday. And then Monday morning, we'll meet with the Cavender Auto Group. They have 8 stores. I'm going to spend the day there with Cavender Auto. Then halfway through the day, I'll head back to the airport, where at the airport, I've got a meeting at 1 o'clock with Heather Parody and some production folks about the future of hashtag Rise and Grind. Then I'll fly back to Dallas, and in Dallas I've got a layover, and during that layover I'll be keynoting an event with my friend Rachel Blatt from Royalty Logistics. Then I'll hop on another plane and come back home. Not to mention all the things that got to get done today before I ever even hop on that plane to go to Dallas. So it's going to be a powerful weekend, and I'm so thankful that it starts off with the Breakfast with Champions Business Conference, Dallas, Texas. You still got time. Look, you could hop on a plane right now, or you could jump in a car and you could make your way there. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Listen, today is also the first day that you're actually going to spend the entire day thinking about what you think about. Oh, that's right. You're going to spend the entire day thinking about what you think about. And I apologize for this right now. I'm already planting this seed. I know I'm going to pop back in your head a little bit later today. You're going to be frustrated with me. You're going to be thinking about something that you saw, heard on this show, but you're going to spend the entire day thinking about what you think about. And so if you're slammed today, like if your schedule today looks like anything like mine does over the next 5 days, good luck. Good luck getting it all done, because you're going to be pondering stuff all day long. Does that sound fair? Now listen, why do we need to do this? We need to do this, well, because if I'm being honest with you and talking to you out of love, my name's Glenn and I'm your friend. If I'm being honest with you, most of us, not most of us, all of us are sleepwalking through this thing called life. Like for real, all of us, you, me, Mary Lynn, Vicky, Valerie, Gail, Liza, Heather. I'm seeing a lot of ladies in here this morning. Jeff, Pastor Jeff, Ramon. We're all sleepwalking through this thing called life. And just like when you're sleepwalking, you don't realize that you are, but you are. For example, there's a woman on TikTok. She records all of her sleepwalking experiences, and it's quite interesting. I think there might be a light cuss word or two here in this video. I hope not, but there might be, so just be warned. But here's a little video of what sleepwalking looks like for this wild woman right here.
Don't judge me. I'm pretty sure I had diarrhea. Big time.
Hi, and welcome to Sneaky Sleepwalking.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
For those of you that are listening, not watching, she's currently walking a non-existent dog out in the street. She just has a dog leash that she's dragging at the moment in the middle of the night.
Are you okay?
You awake?
Yeah.
Sleepwalking. It's back.
It's okay, I'm American. Wait, when you hang outside it, I just smell like shit anymore. Wow! Nice!
She said no one will know. She was filling her pants with everything, stealing all her own stuff, sticking it in her pants. And then she says at the end, no one will know. But look, she didn't realize she shouldn't know. Shouldn't know she's sleepwalking. She's sleepwalking, but shouldn't know she's sleepwalking. And look, don't get mad at me, man, but that's what we're all doing. We are all sleepwalking, and it looks ridiculous when it's somebody stealing their own stuff or walking a dog that doesn't exist. But a lack of awareness, not knowing that this is what we're doing, could quite possibly be the thing that's keeping you from going where it is that you want to go. So don't get mad at me, but we're going to pull back the curtain on this a little bit today. We're going to peel back another layer on that onion, as they say. And ultimately, we're going to uncover some truths about you that maybe you'll like, maybe you won't like. What's up, Scott Simons? Great to see you. Either way, today we are going in. We're going in. Fair? All right, cool. Before we do, you know what we got to do on this show. You know we got to do some dancing. You know, you got to get that body in motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. Let's get moving. Come on now. Wherever you are in the world, whatever it is you're doing, I just want you to dance right now. Just come on. You can break it out if you're a little old school. I ended up watching a Cedric the Entertainer movie yesterday with the kids. And he was like over there grooving. I was like, dang, he's got that old man groove down. Said the Entertainer's got the old man groove down, right? So whatever it is, however you move that body, let's get it moving this morning, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. Let's get rocking and rolling, all right? This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right, Vicky. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can help people change the way they start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. Can you do that for me? I'd greatly appreciate it. YouTube, share it out. Facebook, share it out. Twitter Spaces, tweet it out. Wherever we are. Wherever you are. Share it out. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And then lastly, this is the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, Mr. Russell Tabone. I want to say good morning to you, and I want you guys to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. All right, Gail B. Craft, great to see you. Young Johnson, I'm glad you're here. Valerie Oakley's in the building. The Queen, Renee Knorr, thank you for being here. Russell Hill, 77 degrees and sunny in Dallas. That's what I'm talking about. Ryan Gallagher, thanks for being here. Tony Thorstad's in the building. Donza Montgomery, I'm glad you're here. Kelly DeJoy, thanks for being here with us this morning. Tom Popelka and Felicia Shakespeare, I'm glad you are in the building. Yasmin's here as well. I see Bill Fitzgerald. I see Dora Maria. What's up, Daryl Walker? Not Darrell. Daryl Walker, great to see you. What's up, Debbie Dowling Waba? I'm glad you're here. My guy Marvin from across the pond. What's up, Tara Hope? How you doing, Derek and Angeline? I see Jacqueline is in the building. Mignon. I see Allison is up in here, and Spencer. I also see the one and only Miss Heather Parody in the building. From Carter Myers Automotive, my dear friend Miss Liza Myers Borges is here as well. Absolutely incredible to see both of you. Thanks for being here with me this morning. Angeline Moore is in the building. Melvin Rodriguez, he's doing some dancing. What's up, Michelle McLean? I'm glad you've decided to join us here today as well. It's really great to see all of you, and I look forward to seeing those of you that are in Dallas. Tomorrow is when we're going to connect. I look forward to seeing you guys live and in person. But thanks for being here with me today. Let's continue to dive in. Let's continue to peel back this onion. Let's continue to open the curtain, or get behind the curtain. Mr. Tony Thorstad and Beth Lucchese. Let's go ahead and jump in.
I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go on back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do. Almost is a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique, and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else, and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
Why is this video so incredibly important? It's such an important video. When you really think about all the different excuses that he listed, all the different excuses that he went through. This imaginary person who's going to him and saying, Art this and Art that. And he's saying, dude, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Well, houses ain't selling. Well, I just lost my job. Well, I ain't got the money. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. This is so incredibly important. What Art's talking about is the operating system that exists in each and every one of us. You have an operating system. I have an operating system. It has been programmed a certain way over time. Everything from how you hear to when you eat to why you respond certain ways to certain smells, to what you find appealing or disgusting, to who you think you are. All of it is a program. It's all a program running 24/7 a day. Meanwhile, while this program is running 24/7 a day, meanwhile, your spirit is bouncing around in there, helping guide the way only 5% of the time. The operating system's running 95% of the time. The spirit, the purpose, the true connection to source that you are, it gets 5%. The rest of the time, the machine is running the show. And you, my friend, are asleep at the wheel. Here's the reality of the situation. You are the current final product of the beliefs and understandings of the world that your subconscious mind holds. And for most of the people in the world, that is a bad thing. Do you understand? If we take a look at the state of humanity across the board on a global scale, if you look at the condition of people, for lack of a bigger, better word here at the moment, for most of the people in the world, this is a bad thing. The fact that you and I are the current final product of the beliefs and understandings of the world that our subconscious mind holds. Don't believe me? Check this out.
Pay attention. This is the next step in retraining your brain. We need you to put the days of the week in alphabetical order, starting with Friday. You have 10 seconds. Ready? Go. How did you do? Pretty hard, huh? Here's the correct order. Now, quickly, without thinking about it, name a color. Got it? Now, name a tool. Did you just say red hammer? Did we just read your mind? Or come pretty close to it? It's freaky, right? Let's find out what other people said when we asked them to do the same thing.
As you can see here, we have the days of the week. I want you to put them in alphabetical order for me.
Okay.
If you struggled with this task, you're not the only one.
Monday, Thursday,
Tuesday, Monday.
Friday, Thursday.
Easy. Friday.
Great.
Monday. Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Now, very quickly, give me a color and a tool.
A red hammer.
Oh, you know why it's so weird you said that?
What the?
Easy, fella. This is a family show. But this guy isn't the only one who said,
Red hammer. No way. Shut the front door, a red hammer?
A red hammer. No way, wow.
Red hammer.
Oh, I love that you said that. You know why?
What? That is crazy.
Insane, right?
Dude, that's crazy and nuts.
out of all the colors and tools in the world to choose from, isn't it a little crazy? We knew a lot of people would say,
Red hammer?
Red hammer.
Red hammer.
Of course, not everyone chose a red hammer.
Black hammer.
And some people got creative.
Pink screwdriver.
But if you're like 80% of those we tested, you also chose a red hammer.
How did you do that, man?
That's a good question. As it turns out, your brain has a secret system of shortcuts for how it stores information and ideas. We've asked NYU psychologist Scott Barry Kaufman to help us understand how it works.
Your brain stores information in general categories, like colors, tools, or furniture. And each category has its own best example. These examples help your brain quickly and efficiently find what it needs without having to dig through everything you know. For most people, the best example for colors is red, and the best example for tools is hammer.
Dude, you are freaking me out right now.
All right, so let me ask you a question real quick. How much money can you earn today? Drop it in the chat. I can see you folks over here. You can drop it in the Twitter comments. I think I could see that over there. How much money can you earn today? Don't think about it. Just respond. Just answer. Drop an answer. Tony Thorstad said blue wrench. You're on a delay, Tony. Jacqueline says she can earn $3,000 today. Wendy Reeves says she can earn $1 million today. Tarika Simmons says $200 today. Catherine Guidi says $1,000 today. Tony Thorstad says $1,690 today. Rodney Rack Hatfield, $2,000 today. Vicky Everett says however many twang boxes we sell today. Angela says $100. Young Johnson says $1,000. Okay. Do you see the variances? Now, let me ask you this. Do you, sometimes I have to be careful with certain words that I say. So, do we all agree that we have the same circumstance? Right? Renee Norris says $5,000. Like, do we all agree that it's April 13th, 2023 for you, and it's April 13th, 2023 for me? And do we agree that we are living in a time where we have access to resources, information, tools that is pretty equivalent, right? Didn't used to be the case. You know, back just 50, 60 years ago, a completely different deal. But we're not talking about 50, 60 years ago, right? We have access to the same tools. We're in the same time, right? Same tools, same time, and same resources. And here's what I mean by same resources. A brain. Most of us have 2 hands. Most of us have 2 legs. Those are the resources I'm talking about. I'm not talking about capital. I'm not talking about cash. I'm not talking about assets. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. There's variances. Some of us have more money, less money, so on and so forth. But we got the same 2 hands, same 2 feet, same 24 hours, right? And yet that number that you responded varies strictly by your operational system. Now, think about. Let me put it to you this way, real quick. The number that you wrote in the chat. I see a lot of numbers in the chat. The number that you wrote in the chat. Would it be possible? Okay, I wanted whatever that number was that you wrote down. Is it possible that you could potentially earn $1 more than that number that you put in there? If you put 3,000, could it really be 3,001? If you put 5,000, could it really be 5,001? If you put 1 million, could it really be 1,000,001? Like, could you maybe go sell something, right? Like you could have a garage sale, right? Like if you're capped out on an hourly rate or something at work on how many hours that you could work. I mean, you could go on Facebook Marketplace and sell a product, right? You could do a garage sale, right? Like it's possible that you could make $1 more, right? What about $2 more? Is $2 more possible? What about $12 more? Is that number possible? What about $1 million in a day? What happens to your brain when I say $1 million in a day? Is it possible for you to make $1 million in a day? Why or why not? Why? If you say no, that's not possible, why do you think that way? If you say yes, that's possible, why do you think that way? I was hanging out with my friend Grant Cardone. I was hanging out with Grant, and we were looking at some real estate. He was shopping, and he pulls out his phone. And he says, oh, check this out. This was first thing in the morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning. He says, hey, check this out. He says, I get this notification every day. And he shows me his phone screen, and it was a report from the day before, his online sales only. And it was $986,000. $986,000 is what he had done in the 24 hours prior to him and I hanging out that morning. $986,000. Now, that didn't include his real estate assets. It didn't include his cash flow from Cardone Cap. It didn't include, any of the passive income that he has. This was strictly online sales on a global scale. It was $986,000. He said it's that number every day. It's $1 million every day. Now, I find that fascinating because I know this dude. And he's not smarter than you or I. He doesn't have a third arm or a fourth leg. He doesn't have some sort of hoodoo or magic or trick. I watched him sell VHS tapes out of the trunk of his car just over 20 years ago. I've watched him grow a business, make mistakes, say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. I've seen him be a human. Since 1999, 24 years, I've watched him be a human. And that human simply has a different operating system than you and I. He simply sees the world differently now than he did before. And the result of him changing his operating system, the result of that has been one where he's very successful financially. He's got a great relationship with his wife. He's got 2 beautiful kids. And for some reason, at 65 years old, worth $4.3 billion, he likes hanging out with me. I don't know why. Why did you put $200? Why did you put $1,000? Why did you put $3? Why did you put $5? Why? When there's literally no cap. So you and I have been conditioned over time to see the world a certain way. And I'm not saying for you, but for most of the world, it's a bad thing. Most of the world is limiting what's possible for them simply because of a belief system, simply because of a red hammer. So today I want you to think about what you think about. Today I want you to, when you respond in the immediate, which you will, because the subconscious is running 24/7, baby. When you respond in the immediate, I want you to think about, why did I respond that way? And does that response ultimately serve me and my potential? Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you had to pick a big number. I'm not saying that your existence is based on money or financial wealth or whatever. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's easy and it's very simple to use money as a metric. And that's all it is. It's a measuring stick. It's a yardstick, really, to tap into, why do you think the way you think? And is it possible that maybe, just maybe, some of those thoughts are keeping you from unlocking your full potential? Friend, I love you. I do. I love you so stinking much. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. And I'm going to challenge you today to think about what you think about. And ask yourself that question. Does that thought limit me Or does that thought move me towards my full potential? Because, see, friends, you are a child of God. You're not a child of this earth. You're a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And within you, God has given you this gift, this ability to create with a hope and an intention that you create the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not an average version, not a little bit below average version, not a little bit above average, but the absolute best. That is the hope, and that is the intention, and that is what exists inside you. So think about what you think about and reach for the stars. Listen, friends, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. from Dallas, Texas. I will see you then. Hope you have an incredible day. Shoot me a DM if you need anything between now and then. I'm also going to go spend about 15 to 20 minutes or so over on Twitter Spaces, chatting it up. So if you're watching live, you can join me over there. If you're watching on replay, I'll see you mañana. Cool? Cool. Peace.
Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just dap me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over this and make it look easy. Easy for me to say I do this every day of the week. I'm eager to be the one they talk about when all said and done with it. I'm the feature that they want, but then they don't when I come with it. I'm a scene, still a seat, filler, blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an old soul, oh so great. Stay paid by the boatload, don't go chasing a wave from a rowboat. Blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag, I'm back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I've been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not cut them in. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling. Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet.
I know a lot of people praying for my downfall, but the only thing that I'll be down for is being top 5, but like down 4. I'm down to earth like the ground floor, but I've been flying so long, I tend to ask people, what's the ground for? Man, I'm only headed up, see my flow volcanic, it's the fire I erupt. Heard the fans getting rowdy cause they haven't had enough. You know I'm running the city, you just running out of luck. Yeah, I said that with my chest, I flow hard, it's no wonder they easily impressed. I'm so far, but I'm always coming back with something fresh, I never rest. Where you'll never catch this ego in a nest. I invest my time in a booth, I find a piece. I used to piece the boom in my mind. My ex knows this, let me expose this. She left cause she don't wanna be with an explosive. Man, I'm just
feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist.